Alright, fellow hunters, time to take a look at the second episode of the day, which is Good God, Y'all. Bobby's still wheelchair bound in the hospital. He hasn't spoken in days. Castiel calls Sam's cell phone to find out where the boys are. The Enochian sigils he etched into their ribs hide several angels, including Castiel and even Lucifer. It's angry that after he rebelled to help them, Sam and Dean failed to stop the apocalypse, that he has killed his brethren, and that he's cut off from heaven. He tells Bobby this means he can't heal him. He then says in order to defeat Lucifer, he plans to find God. He says he needs Dean's amulet, which he says will burn hot in God's presence. Dean says that he feels naked without the amulet and tells Castiel not to lose it. Rufus says to a town he thinks is under attack from demons based on omens of a polluted river and a falling star. He calls Ellen and Joe and Bobby for help. Sam and Dean hike into the town after discovering the bridge to the town is damaged. When Sam and Dean arrive, he and Joe have been separated from Ellen, who was gathered with her some of the surviving townsfolk. Dean and Sam go for supplies, and while Sam is getting sold from a store, two teenagers with black eyes enter. Sam kills them with Ruby's knife, but appears drawn to the blood. When Sam and Ellen go to find Joe and Rufus, they are attacked. Ellen escapes, but Sam is captured by Joe and Rufus, who seem to think Sam is possessed. When he's held captive, one of the townspeople reveals that he is War, one of the four horsemen of the apocalypse, and tricks the people into thinking everyone's possessed, leading them to attack each other. Returning, Ellen tells Dean that Joe thought she was possessed because she called her a black-eyed bitch, and Dean starts to suspect all is not what it seems. Checking the Bible, he works out that these signs and the conflict herald the arrival of War. Shortly after, War, in the guise of a townsman, arrives and insists that they all need to attack the demons. As Dean and Ellen try to calm the panic, War turns the ring on his finger and the townspeople start seeing them as demons and attack. Dean and Ellen flee. The townspeople form a force. They equip themselves with real bullets because they believe Dean had been a demon all along and lied about the effectiveness of salt. Excuse me. Dean and Ellen reach Joe and Rufus early before the townspeople arrive and manage to convince the two that they're no demons and it's all the work of War. Dean frees Sam as they rush to catch up with War and cut off the ring that was helping them deceive the townspeople. After the battle is over, Sam tells Dean that he can't trust himself and that he needs to take a break from hunting, and Dean. Dean agrees. He can't focus on the job because he is worrying about Sam. He offers Sam the Impala, but Sam declines and hitches a ride out of town. Oh, I hate it when the brothers part ways like this. Like, this happens almost every single freaking season. I hate it when it happens. But anyway. So let's take a look at some continuity surrounding this episode. The first of the four horsemen is revealed and defeated, to be followed by famine, pestilence, and death. This is the first episode since the second season in which the characters Ellen Harvell and Joe Harvell have appeared on Supernatural. The broken bridge that the boys encounter is the same bridge from the finale when the cast and crew say goodbye. Now let's take a look at some trivia from this episode. Interestingly, despite former encounters and rather great familiarity with demons, none of the hunters, including Dean and Sam, seem surprised that the demons were killed with ordinary weapons. This really should raise a red flag. This could be, though, a part of War's influence. That's true. And now finally, let's take a look at some cultural references. The title of this episode refers to lyrics to the song War by Edwin Starr. At the end, when Dean is looking for War's ring, he says, "Pit stop in Mount Doom," a reference to Lord of the Rings, where the main character Frodo must destroy a ring in the fires of the Mount Doom in Mordor. Rufus says, "I'm getting too old for this." It's a reference to Roger Murtaugh from Lethal Weapon. When War's talking to Sam, he says, "Honestly, people don't need a reason to kill each other. I mean, have you seen the Irish? They're all Irish." This is kind of a retroactive reference, since Titus Welliver would later appear in 2009 as the real RA member Jimmy O'Phelan in Sons of Anarchy. As the boys walk into town, there's a shot of a street banner for River Pass, Colorado's Pioneer Days, that feature Parade Marshal Jerry Wenick and rodeo queen Lily Leschuk. Jerry Wenick is the production designer and director for Supernatural. Jan Elschuk served as graphic artist. Interesting. So I think this episode is kind of, like I said, it's kind of interesting, but Yeah, I just don't like it when the boys part ways. Like this happens almost every time. So I was like, I don't know how many times in all the 15 seasons of this show. Like really, like, but hey, I get it. Hey, I get why in this context. So yeah. So overall, I give Good God, Y'all 3 Impalas out of 5. When we tune in as we took the final episode of the day, Free to Be You and Me. So until then, carry on, my wayward sons and daughters.